Here's Chauvet. Patience, the bouncer rings off the pipe. Jimmy McCool might have gotten a piece of it. And Syracuse delivers defensively to start the rivalry matchup.
He likes to let it go. Watch 35 in white.
Dwan spins in, shovels it to a goal. Joey Spallina opens the scoring, defense to offense to get it started for the Orange.
This is a big stop by Jimmy McCool. A lot of deception in the release by Hunter Chauvet. The high bouncer, McCool stands his ground, and Billy Dwan Jr. in transition is so lethal. A close defender. You see that shovel pass to Joey Spallina. A lot of times you see long stick midfielders flushing out and starting the offense for teams.
Syracuse wins it back.
That's a big possession for Syracuse because Johnny Mullins, when he had the infraction, when he jumped early on that first one, cannot take the next face-off. Hopkins wins the clamp, but does not win the possession.
And even though Syracuse scored the goal, that was in transition, so this is the first settled offensive possession for the Orange. Working without Finn Thompson. And another goal, Michael Leo! Falling down, somehow generated enough power to find the back of the net.
Set it in the open. He's slick. He's smooth. His ability to get underneath defenders here. Leo, a lefty. A lot of times he's on the opposite side. He's dodging to the middle of the field. They close the gate on him knowing that he wants the middle of the field. And that rollback was timed beautifully because it keeps the integrity of his angle. Did Hopkins possess the ball? If they did, then when Syracuse gets it back, it's a reset. Milliman feeling like the shot clock expired.
He's still giving it to the officials. And Owen Hiltz buries it low. What a start for Syracuse, 3-0 Orange.
Peter Milliman knows you cannot give this Syracuse offense multiple reps at a tired defense that he feels did their job, made the stop, got the shot clock to 0.
So let's see this together. Take another look. We're watching this for the first time with you. Shot clock, you see it at 5 seconds there. Does Hopkins possess the ball? Right there. I would say they did.
It's tough to see if 18 in black did possess the ball. It looked like he did for a fraction of a second. And then here's the goal. If you slide early to Syracuse, they find the open man. And you cannot let 77 in white the ball early. He had the one blimp this season against Harvard, the only game that he was under 50%. He got shelled early in that game. Michael Ippolito came in relief. Other than that, McCool has been steady. I thought his best game of the year was the loss against Maryland. He was terrific in that outing down in College Park.
Bauer curls around. Didn't get a clean look at it. Blue Jays have the backup again with Charlie Eiler, who's starting at attack in place of Russell Melendez.
He's got the feet. Very two-handed and a creative player, 29.
Spins through the double team, goes to goal and scores! Right on cue, Charlie Eiler delivers. Exactly what Hopkins had been craving in this opening quarter.
Your leading scorer and Russell Melendez is on the bench. He's nicked up and injured. You gotta go to the bullpen. Who's gonna step up and make moves? It's the redshirt freshman, Charlie Eiler. California West Coast kid. The electric feet and move, the low angle shot, count it.
Lead for Syracuse to start. Eiler playing with confidence. Passes off. This is Jimmy Ayers, the sophomore second line midfielder. What a goal! Hunter Chauvet unleashes a flamethrower. And Hopkins, 2 in a row.
You have to love the shooting stroke of Chavette. Comes from so many different angles and the release points.
There's 2 fouls on White versus 22. Unnecessary, 1 minute. Second foul on White was a hold, which is wiped out by the good goal. 1 minute after 1 minute.
So the technical foul, the second penalty, wiped out, the 32nd one. The unnecessary roughness on Spallina will hold. Extra man opportunity coming up for the Jays if they could get this possession at the face-off X. But Chavette, when you give him time, or I'm sorry, Chuck Rawson, 51.
Ultimate compliment for Chuck Rawson there. 2 goals in 55 seconds for Johns Hopkins, and they are still on a man up here with a chance to equalize.
Rawson's inside, Chavette's on the wing.
Good ball movement. Man up down to 10 seconds. Who's going to pull the trigger for the Blue Jays? Collison steps into one and scores! Matt Collison ties it at 3. And the Blue Jays cash in on the extra man.
We talk about the ball moving at hyper speed. 21 passes before that rip by Matt Collison. It's patience. It's understanding late in a penalty. It's okay to let that offense percolate. Keep the ball moving. Get that deep.
And now Brooks English, dangerous feeder. 12 assists to his name on the season.
He's one of the best passing midfielders in the country. There's a lot of patience to his game. He sees the field. Third brother of the English is to play Division I lacrosse. Sam on the field today for the Orange. Ty from Carolina.
Chavette blows it by McCool. And Hunter Chavette has delivered the Blue Jays their first lead of the afternoon. Make it 4 in a row for Johns Hopkins.
When I watched Chavette last year, he loved to let it rip from that wing, a lot like Mac O'Keefe from the Utah Archers in the PLL. Now I'm seeing his game evolve as a Dodger. You see him just kind of the in and out, the changes of speed, and then when he rolled for Yale a season ago and Andy Shea, using that 5th year of eligibility due to COVID in the Ivy League, at Johns Hopkins, and having him and Jack Monfort, both from Yale, putting them in this defense for coordinator Jamison Kester has been a gift because they lost their 4 shorties from a season ago. That was a question for Johns Hopkins. But you bring in the experience of a Hackler who just took the ball from Spallina and a Monfort, you're in good shape.
And Hackler, Skinny Atlas native, a half hour from here as Hiltz ties it at 4. Owen Hiltz, lightning quick release. And the Orange equalize in this opening quarter.
You're spot on, Jay, because it looks like Hiltz is going to hold the ball and carry it a little bit. And in that mid-stride, just snaps the ball with a wicked release. Boom, right to the bottom corner. Gets Stout totally out of position. Looks like Stout did not have his feet set, wasn't in a good spot. I'm forcing them to be Dodgers. Who on this offense demands a slide? And until someone establishes that, I am slow to go if I'm Hopkins in defense. I'm challenging Syracuse to say, who on this team can initiate, break a defender down that warrants a slide? Because if I slide too early, I'm playing into their strengths of ball movement.
That's where it goes! Syracuse back in front. Tyler Cortez, the second-line midfielder, cashes in. First goal of this second quarter for either team.
You want to talk about making the most of an opportunity. Wyatt Hoddle does a tremendous job of dodging down the alley, getting the defense to shift towards him, and then the throwback. But Cortez is in here because Trey Deer moves from...
All 4 of their goals came in a 3-minute span. Since that rally, they have not scored in more than 12 minutes. Chuck Rawson, 51 in black, one of those goals, passes it off.
This defense, John O'Derna, the defensive coordinator, I think it's much improved from a season ago. This is his second year at the helm, running the defense. You have Michael Grace comes in from RIT, the All-American. I think he solidifies the inside defensively for Syracuse. It's a unit that has some shorties and Carter Rice.
Derek Chick. Beautiful pass right on the doorstep. Quick stick finish. Stuart Phillips cashes in, and Hopkins the immediate answer to tie it at 5.
This is a beautiful pass by Chick, finding Phillips on the backside. Talk about threading the needle. Where's the answer? Offense has been a little bit dormant. You break the back of the deep.
Yeah, the defense has been brilliant. Speaking with Kester right before the game down on the sideline, he said he used to come every Saturday to the Dome. Grew up in this area, section 128. A lot of good memories, a lot of nostalgia, and now trying to beat him.
He was a feisty player, won a national championship or 2 at Hopkins, actually 2, 2005, 2007, faced off, played some man down. He brings some energy and juice with him. I mean, this guy's got Red Bull in his veins.
Kilrain on the clear. He can let it fly, passes it off. Beautiful goal out of the timeout. You can't do it any better. And it's Charlie Eiler who fires the Blue Jays in front.
A lot like Billy Dwan for Syracuse, Quentin Kilrain, as a defender, will initiate offense because of his stick skills, his awareness, and his ability to see a play develop. I was asking for more Charlie Eiler because Charlie Eiler, to me, is a complete player. His first goal, he dodges left-handed and saved by Luke Stout.
And Hopkins gets back to even strength. The Orange now 0 for 3 on man-up opportunities, but still with the ball. Here's Sam English out of the box. He's got speed, has a step. Michael Leo trying to muscle his way in to no avail. This Hopkins defense has been so impressive since those early 3 goals they surrendered. Only 2 goals in the last half hour. Roa weaves in and finds the back of the net. Unconventional, but it counts all the same. Luke Roa ties it at 6.
I gotta see this, Jay, because I have no clue how 8 and white Luke Roa sticks this one. It looks like he's dead to rights with the slide. Gets the initial move. That's insane. How in the world does Luke Roa, after the face dodge there, hold on to the ball? He's not only dealing with defensive pressure.
Scott Smith is flying at
it. The stick hits the turf, too. That is a...
It's at Syracuse, the most trophies in their cabinet. Been playing since 1921, and another exciting, thrilling chapter being written in this second half. Midway through the 3rd quarter. Bauer trying to shake free. Here's Charlie Eiler, 2 goals to his name today. Shot clock down to 7. What a goal! Dylan Bauer, an immediate answer, and the Blue Jays answer right back. Wow.
This rivalry has been defined by some epic high-scoring games. Today we got a defensive slugfest. But don't tell Charlie Eiler there. He's subbing in for Russell Melendez. He's got some huge moments in this game. This time it's spot-feeding Dylan Bauer. Hop is up by 1.
Good show.
Tyler puts the pass behind. Eric Chick chases it down. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 25 seconds. Chick swim dodge, curling around the cage, it scores! What a goal! The sophomore Eric Chick. And it's Hopkins' first 2-goal lead of the afternoon.
Eric Chick now has made 2 phenomenal plays in this game. One in the second quarter with a dime of a pass through the defense of Syracuse. This time, they're daring him to go to the rack, and Wyatt Hoddle loses this matchup right here. Once he has that step on him, he owns goal line extended. Gets to his left hand and just hammers this with a slam. We're talking about matchups. To me, Wyatt Hoddle is another player with the ball right now. From a speed's perspective, he has the ability to win a matchup.
Working against Patrick Deans, the long pole. Hild's calling for it and gets it. Didn't get a clean look.
Jamison Kester recognizes that.
Off the restart. Syracuse gets the goal they've desperately craved.
Tyler Cortez recognizes the plan for Johns Hopkins. In the middle of that dodge, I'm mentioning Jamison Kester recognizing Wyatt Hoddle. They have the pole on Hoddle. That's where the respect is. So Cortez gets the short stick adjacent to Connor. So Wyatt Hoddle's ability to get the respect because of his speed of the long pole opens up Tyler Cortez and his dodging ability for his second of the day. Well, a right-handed goal.
You said, what's the matchup going to be? Tyler Cortez, 2 goals, 2 assists.
But sometimes it's the next layer of the matchup. Wyatt Hoddle's the matchup there. But Jamison Kester is playing some chess with the offense. Okay, Hoddle's the guy, he's a speed guy, we're gonna put the pole on him. So then Cortez gets the short stick. And credit Cortez with 2 massive goals. The lefty rip and then the righty, because the scout on Cortez, heavy lefty, he opens up that right hand.
How about John Mullen? He's turned it around at the faceoff X. 6 straight faceoff wins. A chance to tie it at 8. Back and forth we go. In a rivalry with such rich tradition. Leo attacks and scores! Michael Leo! What an individual effort to tie it at 8.
Jay, there's no margin for error on this shot. He has no angle. I thought Michael Leo would do his patented 3-quarter shot to increase the angle. He goes direct overhand here. He's got the little swim underneath, and the slide's too late. I think Johns Hopkins feels like they're in a good position, closing the gate on Leo. Lack of angle, but the shooting accuracy, 7 and white reigns supreme.
And Mullen, another face-off win. Syracuse stealing the momentum back at the end of this third quarter. 2 goals in 36 seconds. And there's another! Sam English buries it and fires the orange in front.
That woke the crowd up. The dome is now popping. I mentioned in the open when I highlighted the 3 midfielders, Sam English is the unicorn of the bunch because what he does in transition, wings on face-off, defense to offense. And that's Joey Spallina. That is a hidden ball trick.
Wow, they fooled me. That's changed the game.
Well, look in the early stages of the first quarter. Johnny Mullen was getting owned.
Lost the first 6.
Yeah. But like I said, he went back to his foundation, to his system, looking at the iPads, talking to coaches, and making the adjustment.
Bauer trying to shake free, sends it to Collison! Matt Collison, what a goal! Ties it at 9.
To win this game, you're gonna have to answer the bell, Luke Stout. And he does. Trey Deer staring it down, left side goal line extended, low to low. Stout makes the stop, and what a tremendous pass and anticipation by Dylan Bauer and Matt Collison. I love how Collison comes to the ball and in one motion shoots.
Stick check to force the ground ball. Trey Deer doing it all. Tied at 9 with under 9 to play. McCool, the goalie, way out of his cage. A successful clear.
You feel the tension. 2 programs, storied history, the most in the sport, the national titles. Are they back? Everyone says that. Quarterfinal losers a year ago. The next step, championship weekend.
Right on cue, Hiltz delivers on the doorstep. And Syracuse is back in front. And that's a hat trick for Owen Hiltz, the crafty Canadian.
He's so good at identifying where the seams are, whether it's the through passes or if he's the recipient, and this time from a beautiful spot feed from Joey Spallina. Lacrosse IQ. Owen Hiltz has his
ball. In this second half, Syracuse has sat on it, been a lot more patient than they were in the first half, and now Hopkins trailing by 1, trying to claw this game back to even. Dylan Bauer trying to separate, finds Collison. Matt Collison, dangerous from deep. Doesn't pull the trigger, passes off. McCool recovers in cage. Hopkins ties it at 10. Charlie Eiler. A hat trick for Eiler. Starting in place of Russell Melendez, and the sophomore from California has delivered.
He's got game. When Melendez comes back, you're gonna have to find a spot for Charlie Eiler. He's too smooth, he's too crafty. We got a dandy in the dome. It's we want more versus head hard hustle.
Great composure. They're going to need it here. This time the Blue Jays didn't fall for the hidden ball trick. Syracuse scored on that with Joey Spallina earlier this half. Now everyone's going to be watching for it.
Huge expectations for this Syracuse team heading into the season. Preseason number 2, they got the 2 losses.
And they're back in front. Rear back and fire, Luke Roa. Plenty of pace on that, and Syracuse noses in front, 11-10.
They've got the 2 losses, so their backs are against the wall. Searching for the first top 20 win, let alone a top 10 win. You do it with the ball movement and the stick skills. This is sick for a righty lacrosse player to shoot the ball this smooth left-handed. Underhand feet
at the dot.
And Hopkins defensively, earlier in this game, they were playing the perimeter a little bit more and forcing the dodge. This time they were sloughed in a lot for that Roa shot.
Hiltz on the run, lets it rip, and scores! Owen Hiltz, his 4th of the afternoon, puts the Orange up by 2. And count it plus the foul, because there's flags down after the goal.
That is a huge foul on Wishar. 20 in black hitting Holtz late after the shot. Hiltz has a little pep in his step compared to years past. He looks quicker, he looks faster, and he gets to the middle of the field. And then the late hit after the goal. 2 goals in 36 seconds for the team in white. If Owen Hiltz gets to the middle of the field and stares down the 6x6, it's turn and rake for opposing goalies.
Now, the officials have taken a long time to discuss this. Let's get the call.
Two fouls on play. First one is Black 20, he was late, unnecessary roughness, that's 1 minute. Second foul, White 91, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute. It's gonna be Black ball.
English off the field. They were working on English on the sideline earlier, going against his little brother Brooks, trying to close this game out. Would be a top 10 win for Syracuse, their first marquee win of the season, a big stamp on their resume with a gauntlet still to come. Leo buries it. You can't place it any better than that. And it's a hat trick for Michael Leo. That goal, the biggest of the bunch with under 3 to play.
This is all the man with the cramps, Sam English, guts it out. And he starts the offense, and he gets Hopkins to commit and show. And then on the backside, because of all the pressure being tilted to English on the right wing, where's the opening? It's Michael Leo camped out, untouched. This time he recognizes he's got to catch the ball first.
Important this one was. With number 7, Hopkins at the Dome. Awesome atmosphere throughout. And the Orange delivers. A 13-10 win, a dominant second half effort.
You felt like Syracuse needed this win heading into the middle of March. There was the pressure. They delivered in a big moment for Gary Gate.
Two teams that want to be a part of May Madness